Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristin. I blog at lifeofstones.com where we share our personal journey to try and help inspire and motivate you to pay off debt, save money, and budget your best life. So today I'm back and I want to show you how I do my September budget. So if you're sick of using pen and paper and you'd like to see how I do my budget right on the computer, then stick around for this video. Guys, so I am here and I'm going to attempt to do this video. Please bear with me because this is my first time using the screen recorder and I'm just not exactly sure how it works. I tried to test it, but unfortunately I just don't have that much extra time right now to really mess around with things, so I just decided to kind of suck it up and go with it. So please forgive me any stumbling or errors, and hopefully I'll get better each time I do this. If you like these kinds of videos, please let me know either in the comments or by giving it a thumbs up, and then I can try and plan to do more of these in the future. This is a super like basic bare bones budget spreadsheet I made a long time ago when we first started this journey. As you can see down here, I've been such a bad girl. I haven't done my budget in June or July, an official budget. I jotted some things down on paper, but to make an actual official budget, I just have really been slacking off this summer. So I need to get myself prepared. Here's September. I'm going to do another debt update coming up soon because we have decided to move our debt-free goal date up from December 31st to September 30th. I'm nervous, I'm excited, but I do know that I need to be a little bit better at doing my zero-based budget this month and really making sure that we have every penny possible going towards debt, because it's really going to take a lot of work this month to reach that goal date. So let's get started here. Again, this is very bare bones. I am planning on making a new updated budget spreadsheet, a little bit more in depth, a little bit prettier, probably within the next month or so. And what I also want to do is make it available that I can share with you guys if you don't have your own budget spreadsheet, or perhaps you're using a different method that doesn't really work for you. That way I can make this available. You guys can use it and edit it yourself to personalize it for your specific finances, and hopefully it'll be a good resource for you as well. What we're going to start with here is just the income. What I have here is an estimate. We actually have a variable income because my husband does not make the exact same amount every few weeks. There's overtime in there, there's union dues in there, insurance comes out, and he works a different amount of hours. Sometimes different pays, so his income really fluctuates. The majority of this is his income. I am going to start picking up a couple extra freelance gigs now that my kids are going back to school, possibly another consistent VA client. So hopefully I will be contributing more to this number. Basically, I'm just going to go through this quickly with you and just update anything that might not be accurate. What I will do here is when I get the actual income number at the end of the month, I will plug that in here to this actual cell, and then it's going to help me reconcile my budget and see how we did, and if there's actually money left over, if we went over, if we came under. It's just a good habit to get into at the end of the month. So starting here, this is our estimated income for the full month of September. That's after taxes. So what we do is right off the bat, we give $100 to our church every month, and that is given through PayPal. So I just have a couple notes here on the side just to help keep me organized. Also, we give $29 to an awesome organization called World Vision each month. That money goes to help the Syrian refugees in the Bekaa Valley of Lebanon. You can check them out online, worldvision.org, I believe. Right now, our starter emergency fund of $1,000 is already fully funded, and we are not contributing any more to an emergency fund since we are still in baby step 2, paying off our debt. Here, this other line is just where I would put anything else that we might be saving for that maybe we didn't necessarily have a specific sinking fund started for it, but just another place to keep track of some other savings we might have. Our mortgage is just over $1,400 a month. I pay an even $1,410 each month just because it was that, I don't even know, it was that amount at some point, and then it changed with the escrow, so I just leave it at $14.10. We also have $60 a month that we put towards our house maintenance sinking fund. We use that from anything from light bulbs or paint or even flowers in the spring, anything that we really use to fix up our house or maintain our house. I just want to clarify here that this is for the full month. So this house sinking fund, as I'm going through this budget here, I do $60 a month, but each pay I put $30 towards that envelope, that cash envelope. So I'm going to just note that here in these yellow fields, $30 each pay. So my husband gets paid twice a month. So $30 each pay will come out in cash to go in our house envelope. That one we do keep on hand. Some of them we keep in savings. Sometimes I switch that up, but for now I'm putting this in an envelope because we're going to try and do some more maintenance around our house once the kids get back to school. So that's what this yellow field is here. Our electric bill is really high in the summer from air conditioning, so I'm estimating $200. Again, I will come in and edit that once I get the actual bill. Same thing with gas, it's low in the summer for us. Our cell phone actually just went up because my husband got a new phone. We pay $60 a month for our internet, $53.02 for our cable. Sorry, I'm going fast through this. I hope I'm not talking too quickly, but my videos tend to get super long, so I'm trying to respect your time here and keep this short and sweet. We pay $115 a month for our sewer, $27 a month for our trash, and we pay that on a quarterly basis. So each month I'll transfer $27 to our savings account, and then each quarter when the bill comes due, I'll pull it out of savings and write the check for it. Same thing with water. That also is a quarterly bill, so we save $50 a month for water. Then up here, we spend $100 a month on groceries. That's for our family of 4. We budget $60 a month for restaurants and eating out. Now, again, that is something that I'll take out in cash, so I'm going to add a 30 to that. For clothing, we budget for the whole family $50 a month, and I will probably take that out. Sometimes I leave that in our savings and just keep a running tally of what I have in there. I'm probably going to take that out now just because with school starting next week, there might be another item or two that comes up that we need to purchase for our kids that maybe I overlooked. Auto, we budget about $225 a month in gas, and we save $40 a month to a sinking fund for our car. We actually both have our car inspections coming up next month. So while I wasn't contributing to that recently because it had a decent amount in it, I'm going to leave that for this month. And since I'm going to have to take both cars in to be inspected, I'm actually going to add $20 and pull that out in cash this next paycheck, which is September 4th for us. That way I'll be able to take the cash to the car place when I have the car inspected. We usually save $40 a month for doctor medical. We actually have a decent amount saved up in that sinking fund right now, so I'm going to put that to 0 for the month of September. Now, if we get sick in September, like often happens once kids go back to school, we will start contributing to that again. Here's our life insurance. This is for myself and my husband. That also goes to savings and is automatically deducted from our savings account each month. This here pet plan is our pet insurance that we pay for. We had a giant bill for my puppy in 2017. I talked about that in our debt story video. If you didn't see that, you can check that out below. And what that did was put us so far behind. So we decided that it was worth the money right now to let a pet insurance company assume the risk of our dog's health at this time. So that is actually automatically charged to our Visa credit card every month, and then we go in and pay that off every single month. Actually, we pay that credit card off every 2 weeks when my husband is paid. This is our auto insurance for the month. We pay that twice a year. I'm actually making that payment this month. So what I did is that payment will not have to go in this budget. The other 5 months of this $127 were already sitting in our savings account, so I have already transferred that money, and then I'll use the last payment this month of $127 to finish up that payment, and I will make the full 6-month payment at the end of next week. Next, I have our debt. We still are $2,900 in debt. And I'm going to leave this blank because what we do is we do a zero-based budget. And that means at the end of the month, we give every single one of these dollars a name. And at the end of the month, it comes down to zero. So once I see all of our expenses, whatever is left in our income after those expenses, right now, every penny of it will go towards this debt. In fact, I'm going to put this number here that we have $2,900 left. So that's going to stay blank for right now until I get the number that we will be able to pay. I'm going to tweak this a little bit as well. We don't quite budget for paper products right now. Sometimes I do that, but I just purchased the paper products we need for the month at Sam's. If you saw my Instagram, I have my Instagram handles down below, and I often show each week what I purchase at the grocery store, how I make my meals, what my meal plan is. So if you saw that this week, I just bought toilet paper and tissues, and we have napkins, paper plates. We have everything we need for this month. So I'm going to make that zero. Same thing with toiletries. We're all stocked up right now. Gifts, I'm going to make zero. I just purchased a gift for my niece's upcoming birthday, and I already have money in our gift envelope for the rest of my sister's gift for her birthday. So what I'm going to do is bring that down to zero. I'm trying to lower our expenses as much as humanly possible this month so that I have a little bit extra money to go towards that debt number and hopefully pay it off in full this month. So my husband actually gets $75 allowance right now because he has been working a lot of overtimes, and I appreciate that. So we bumped him up a little bit. I did not bump up, which is totally fine. I get $60 a month, and 20 of that goes into an account called Stash. It's actually an app. I'll leave a link down below in the description box, and it's just a little way for me to kind of have a little fun with investments and mostly keep my hands off that money. So I've been saving that for over a year now, and it's just a nice little cushion in case something comes up that's not in our budget, that's not a necessity, that I really want to treat myself. I have that money in there. Pet supplies, I would say this is accurate. We buy, this might actually be a little high, but I'm going to leave it high just in case. We buy my dog's dog food, and I know we buy a giant bag at Sam's, and I know we have some downstairs, about half a bag yet. And we just got the auto shipment that we get for my cat. We get her food and her litter auto shipped from Target. I can leave a link for that down below. Saves us about 10%, and we don't have to go to the store and lug those big things of cat litter. It's amazing. Miscellaneous and entertainment. This has changed a little bit. So we are actually now doing $80 a month for miscellaneous. And that should have one of these next to it. Okay, so miscellaneous is $80. So we put $40 per pay in an envelope, and then entertainment is $70, and we put $30 per pay in an envelope. Haircut, I was putting $20 a week. I'm actually going to cut that right now. My son just got a haircut, and I have a little bit left in the envelope for my husband, so we will resume saving for haircuts come October or whenever we're debt free. That's zero. Lunch money, I'm going to make zero this month. I just remembered that I already gave my son money for the first month of school, and we do have a little bit sitting in our lunch money. So that is one that we can cut for now. Kids expenses, I do $50 a month. So I'm actually going to take that out as well because I know we'll have some extra expenses in the beginning of the school year. We have to pay a couple different fees and whatnot. So I'm going to take that out in an envelope so I have the cash on hand to send in to school. You can see here that this will total these amounts from this specific category. That covers all of our expenses. Down here, I just repeat the income. I'm not even really sure why I did that, but it's here, so I just fill it in. And then I keep a total of our emergency fund balance, and it's happened in the past where we actually had to borrow a little bit of money from our emergency fund. I can't remember what we did that for, but I have a column here that says, oh, so if we do borrow money from our emergency fund, then I will change this balance of our emergency fund, and then I will put here what we owe, which will be the difference between the $1,000 and whatever the current balance is. What I also do during the month is I will track our gas. So I'll put down each time I fill up the gas or my husband fills up his car. That way I have a little bit of an idea of what our gas expenses are. I can check the month prior and make sure that we're on track budget-wise. Over here, this total actually will add up all of these envelope amounts that we have to the left in yellow, and this will tell me what I need to withdraw from the bank for this specific paycheck. Now when paycheck 2 comes, what I will do is I will go back in here and I'll edit all of these again in case something changes or I need to pull more out for one specific category or less out for one specific category. And then that will give me the balance that I need to withdraw for our cash envelopes for paycheck 2. So right now, this is showing our expenses as $3,774.01. What this will do here is I need to set this cell up. This is going to tell me what I'll be able to put on our debt for the month. So what I need to do there is take our income minus our expenses, and that's telling me that I have $550.99 left that will go towards debt. Now, obviously, that's not going to cut it. I mean, we have $2,900 left that we need to pay off. So again, this is an estimated number. I estimate very low for his paycheck so that I can always get a worst case scenario. I have a blog post that I'm going to link down below. It gives you 3 different ways to budget when you have an irregular income like we do. And the method I prefer to use is estimating super low when I do my budget. That way, anything extra that comes in, I know unless we incur extra expenses, which we really shouldn't, because any extra expenses that come in should pretty much be covered by either our emergency fund, if it's an emergency, or any of our sinking funds that we have set up. We shouldn't have any extra expenses, so any extra income that comes in for the month would go directly here to this debt number that we're going to put on our last credit card, which is our Discover card. Now, if you've been here before, you know that this card actually has 0% interest. So if for some reason we don't get to put more than this on and we don't meet our debt-free date of September 30th, it will be really disappointing to us, but it's not going to impact our finances necessarily because we're not paying any interest on that card. In fact, that card is interest free until I think November of 2019, and this will be long paid off by that point. Basically, that's it, guys. That is this very simple way that I do our budget on the computer. It's really not fancy. It's really not anything too sophisticated, but it works for us. And like I said, it's quick and easy for me to just go in here and change these numbers as needed. And then what I'll also do is when my husband's paychecks come in, I will list the exact paycheck amount and the exact dates just so that I have a easier record of it and I can flip back through if need be. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. Again, if you like this video, please let me know or give it a thumbs up or even share if you would be willing to do so. And that'll let me know that you like them and I'll try to make some more. If you don't like this video, maybe leave me a comment and let me know what I could do differently or what would be more helpful for you, and I will do my best to accommodate you. The whole point of me doing these videos, you know, is really to show you how simple budgeting can be and help you either get started budgeting or continue to give you some motivation to stick with it and keep moving towards your financial goals. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you back here real soon.